consultant for Pampered Chef. Today I'm making meatloaf, and I'm going to use this nifty pan. It's a mini loaf pan. You can do plenty of things with it. You can make, again, with mini breads. You can make banana bread, muffin loaves, and we're going to make individual meatloaf. So it'll be portion controlled, and I can freeze the rest. So this is our Pampered Chef mini loaf pan, and it's awesome. So in here I have 2 beaten eggs. I have a half a cup of breadcrumbs, a packet of onion soup mix, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of steak sauce, 3/4 cups shredded cheese, and these are our prep bowls. There's lids that come with them, but I left them aside obviously because I'm going to be using everything here. And this is our fantastic batter bowl, and inside I have 2 pounds of ground beef. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to portion it out into our mini loaf pan, and I will come back and show you what that looks like. Hi guys, sorry about that. It's not going to melt too easily, seeing how unfortunately I had to use the phone and it kind of cut the video off. But I have in the mixture right now the 2 eggs, and I have the breadcrumbs and the onion soup mix. And this is our spatula from Pampered Chef. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the steak sauce. And the ketchup. And if you find it too dry, you can add a little bit more ketchup or eggs. It depends, I guess, on how you like it. And there's the cheese. I'm just going to mix this up. Now, some people like to get down and dirty and get their hands right into it, which I probably will end up doing. So I'm just going to finish mixing that up, and then I will portion it out into the, and this is about a serving of 6. And you might be able to stretch it a little bit further. The pan actually does 8. I took out a second thing of ground beef, not knowing if I was going to actually have enough, but that's okay because now I can cook something else and I can record that for you guys too. So I will be back and I will show you what the result is prior to it going in the oven. You want to set your oven at 375, and it's going to be in there for about 45 minutes. Typical meatloaf. So I will be back and show you what it looks like in the pan. Alright guys, so I've got everything pre-portioned in the pan, and I use an ice cream scoop. It's a large ice cream scoop, and it was about 2 1/4 of these to fill each one, which was perfect because I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to fill the 8, but it filled the 8 perfectly. So this is what it looks like, and personal choice, but I always like a little bit of ketchup on top. It kind of gives it that coating, a little crispiness. So you just put a little bit in our prep bowls, and I have just a little silicone brush, and I'm just going to brush it on top. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Just bear with me here. Okay, so that is our meatloaf mini loaves. Single servings, all done up. We have a family of 4 in the house right now, so that does 2 meals, which is fantastic, because especially right now, trying to feed your household on a budget, there's nothing better than making up a batch of something and having multiple meals out of it. So this is our mini meatloaf. I've got the oven preheating right now at 375. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and I will come back and show you what the finished product looks like. Hi guys, so while I have that meatloaf in the oven, I did a little tidy up, and what I have here now is our quick cooker, which also doubles as a slow cooker, which is what I'm going to be using today to make spaghetti sauce. I'll do up a big batch of that and have it in the freezer, and more meals planned ahead. So I have stewing tomatoes, tomato sauce, a couple little green peppers. I usually like to put more vegetables in mine, celery, mushrooms, things like that, but my kids and my husband, 1, don't like it, and 2, there's some food sensitivities, so there's some things that they can't have. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I have this kind of like a measure-all spoon from Pampered Chef, and it just moves up and down, and it'll adjust your measurements. So this one would be like, you know, 1/8 of it, a teaspoon, all the way up to a full teaspoon. And then the other one that I used in the meatloaf, that was our larger one. Again, it has teaspoons on there, but it usually like 1.5 to 2.5 teaspoons, and then it goes up to your tablespoon. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of, actually I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of chili pepper, just because I like it spicy. Have that in there. Do about heaping teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to put in 2 bay leaves. And that's just for flavoring once it's done. Do not eat the bay leaves. They will come out. And I'm just going to grab my handy dandy Pampered Chef spatula. I'm just going to give that a quick stir, like so. And there's that. So while I've got that just sitting there right now, I'm going to cook up the ground beef that's going to go into it. So just bear with me here. I'll put the bay leaves in. Alright, let's go for a ride. Okay, so I'm back over on the other side of my kitchen. It's just a small little galley kitchen. I'm going to cook up the ground beef, and to get it nice and fine, I'm going to use this. This is an amazing tool. I love it. There's no like big chunks of ground beef, anything like that. So when you're doing up tacos, shepherd's pie, that kind of thing, it's fantastic. So this is a mix and chop, and it's very sturdy. I use it as my gavel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook up the ground beef. I'm going to drain it. I'm going to add it to the pasta sauce, and we're going to turn on the slow cooker, all while we're waiting for our mini meatloaves. So I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so ground beef is done. I'm just going to give you a quick look-see. nice and finely mixed and chopped, ready to drain. So I'm going to go ahead and drain that, and I'm going to add it to the pasta sauce, and I'm going to turn the slow cooker on, and I will be back to show you. Our meatloaf is almost done, so I'll show you the finished product on that. And then all it is baked potato, some vegetables, and you have your meal. So in 45 minutes I have 2 meals with the meatloaves, and then with the pasta sauce I've got at least 3. So within 45 minutes we've done 5 meals and cleanup, and that's amazing. So I'll be back, I'll show you the finished product, and don't go anywhere. Okay, so we have our quick cooker, which is now a slow cooker. This is the lid that comes with it. So I've got the ground beef in there along with the pasta sauce, and I'm going to just go ahead, plug it in. And as you can see, I have it on slow cooker. It lights up blue there, times 4 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and press start, and that's all it is to it. So we will come back afterwards and take a look at that. Take a look at our mini meatloaves and see how they're doing. Perfect. So those are all done. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So those are our mini meatloaves. And later on, I'm going to do some baked potatoes in our air fryer, and I'm going to put some vegetables on the stove. So once everything's done and the finished product is ready to go, I'll be back and show you what's on your table tonight. Okay, so now that we have the pasta sauce cooking in the slow cooker, we have our meatloaf in the mini loaf pans done. I'm just going to flip here. There we go. I have carrots in the pot ready to go, and in our air fryer I have 4 large potatoes. On our rack we have the drip tray at the bottom. The second rack obviously had to take out because of the potatoes. When you're only using the one rack, use the lower rack. And when I'm ready to do that, I'll turn the air fryer on roast, and it will only take 24 minutes for fresh baked potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and close that up. It's not on yet, but it's a fantastic tool. And like I said, we've got 24 minutes for that. You throw it in, you don't have to worry about it. Your meatloaf is done. Pasta sauce in the slow cooker. So like I said, 45 minutes. Cleanup's done, and you have prep for 5 meals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll have more videos to come. Have a good day, guys.